A metal dog dancing to the Rolling Stones. A robot bee that crashes into water, swims, then explodes itself back into flight. A mechanical gecko that walks straight up glass using nothing but molecular attraction. These aren't CGI tricks or Hollywood fantasies. They're real machines built by engineers who looked at nature and said, we can do that too. Number 11. Go 2. Your hiking partner just collapsed from exhaustion 3 miles in, and your phone's dead. Now picture this. A 4-legged machine with 4D LiDAR vision that never gets tired, sees in total darkness, and can map the exact route back to your car using AI that understands human speech. That's Unitree's Go 2, and it's not some industrial robot locked in a warehouse. It's a consumer product you can actually buy. Tell it, I'm lost, and it thinks alongside you, processing your surroundings in real time with GPT-level intelligence. This isn't a gadget that follows commands. It's a companion that solves problems. For the first time in history, advanced robotics has left the lab and become something you can take on adventures. Number 10. Gecko robot. Inside a massive oil tank, one hairline crack means explosion, fire, death. Human inspectors used to dangle from ropes, searching blind, hoping they'd spot the flaw before catastrophe struck. Then, Gecko Robotics built a machine inspired by the lizard that can walk on ceilings. And this robot walks straight up vertical metal, like gravity doesn't exist. No magnets, no suction. Just van der Waals forces, the same molecular attraction real geckos use. So powerful it lets this robot press itself against rusted steel or smooth glass and climb without slipping. It's scanning for cracks while moving across surfaces where one mistake would kill a person. Watch it crawl up the side of a curved storage tank, defying physics with every step, and you're seeing Spider-Man technology made real. Except this one doesn't save the city after disaster strikes. It prevents the disaster from happening at all. Number 9. Emotion butterflies. 10 glowing butterflies are flying through a crowded room right now, weaving between obstacles at full speed, and not a single one has touched another. No human is controlling them. No central computer is giving orders. Each butterfly is making split-second decisions independently, communicating with the swarm in real time, calculating trajectories that shouldn't be possible for machines this small. These are Festo's emotion butterflies, and they're not just beautiful. They're a working model of autonomous swarm intelligence. Watch 15 of them dance through the air in perfect synchronization. They're ultra-light frames barely making a sound, and you're seeing the future of coordination technology. It looks like magic. It's actually the blueprint for how machines will move together in the future. Number 8. MagicDog W, a robot, just dropped into a skating stance, locked its legs, and started rocketing down a city street at 10 miles per hour like it's training for the X Games. Then it hit a staircase, retracted its wheels from its paws mid-stride, and climbed without breaking momentum. This is Magic Lab's MagicDog W, and it's the hybrid that refuses to choose between speed and agility. For decades, robotics meant compromise, wheels for pavement, legs for obstacles, never both. This machine shatters that rule. It skates on smooth surfaces like a mechanical inline skater, then transforms into a walking quadruped the instant terrain gets rough. Urban environments are chaotic. Flat sidewalks turn into subway steps. Smooth roads become rocky parks. The MagicDog W doesn't care. It adapts in real time, switching modes like flipping a switch. Watching it transition from rolling to climbing feels like seeing the exact moment robotics stopped playing by the old rules. Number 7. Jennie Jim Henson's Creature Shop, the team behind the Muppets, just built a robotic Labrador puppy, and something unexpected is happening in nursing homes across America. Seniors with dementia are holding this machine, petting its fur, talking to it like it's real. And here's the thing, it feels real. Jennie, created by Tombot, has warm synthetic skin, a bark that sounds authentic, and movements so lifelike that patients forget they're holding a robot. This isn't about technology, it's about filling a void. These seniors can't care for real dogs anymore. but they desperately need companionship. Jennie wags her tail when you touch her. She responds to affection with gentle movements, and patients smile, truly smile, when she's in their arms. This robot has crossed the uncanny valley without triggering that eerie, almost human discomfort. She doesn't feel creepy. She feels comforted. In a world racing to make robots smarter and stronger, Jennie does something more important. She makes people feel less alone. Number 6. RoboTurtle. Most environmental monitoring drones have a dark secret. Their propellers kill the wildlife they're supposed to protect. China's Beatbot saw that problem and built something radically different, a solar-powered sea turtle that marine animals accept as one of their own. The RoboTurtle moves through water using soft, silent flippers instead of lethal spinning blades. It dives beneath the surface to monitor coral reefs, track pollution, and study ocean ecosystems without disturbing anything. Then, when its battery runs low, it surfaces and sunbathes. Literally. It floats on the water and charges itself using solar panels built into its shell. It's the ultimate eco-spy, a machine that doesn't just observe nature, it integrates with it. Watching a robotic turtle breathe sunlight and then disappear back into the ocean feels like witnessing technology finally get it right. Number 5. SCUTTLE. What happens when you break a robot in half? Normally, it dies. But SCUTTLE keeps moving. This centipede-inspired machine from Ground Control Robotics and Georgia Tech has dozens of legs, and that's its superpower. Most robots rely on complex brains and precise sensors to navigate terrain. SCUTTLE does the opposite. It has a complex body. Using undulatory movement, it swims over rocks, mud, debris, and disaster zones like a wave flowing across the ground. Snap off 10 of its legs. It recalculates and keeps crawling. Cut it in half. Both pieces still function. This represents a fundamental shift in robotics. Instead of making smarter machines, engineers are making tougher ones. In earthquake rubble or collapsed buildings where every other robot would fail, SCUTTLE just flexes and adapts. It's nearly indestructible, and that makes it a lifesaver in places where nothing else can survive. Number 4. Eelume deep underwater. In freezing darkness, there's a robot living on the seafloor, permanently. Eelume is a 6-meter robotic eel built by Norway's Eelume AS and Kongsberg Maritime, and it's rewriting offshore infrastructure maintenance. Traditional underwater repairs require massive ships, expensive crews, and dangerous dives. Eelume eliminates all of that by staying submerged full-time, slithering through tight pipes and around underwater equipment like a mechanical serpent. Here's the insane part, it changes shape. When it needs to swim fast, it straightens into a streamlined torpedo. When it needs to perform delicate repairs, it coils and twists like a snake, maneuvering through spaces no rigid robot could reach. It's a living Swiss Army knife for the ocean floor. Watching it morph from sleek predator to flexible mechanic feels like something from a sci-fi movie, except it's already working on real oil rigs right now. Number 3. RoboBee. It weighs less than a paperclip, it's smaller than a real bee, and it achieved flight. Harvard's RoboBee is the tiniest flying robot ever built, but size isn't what makes it jaw-dropping. This microscopic machine was designed to do what no robot has done before: transition between air and water seamlessly. Harvard's vision? A robot that could fly through the air on ultra-thin wings, dive bomb into water, and swim using those same wings as paddles, then trigger a tiny internal chemical explosion to launch itself back into flight. It's like engineering a miniature transformer that actually works. The researchers at Harvard's Wyss Institute built this for ambitious goals: mass-scale crop pollination and search and rescue missions where full-size drones are too bulky. Number 2. BionicKangaroo. Every robot that's ever moved has bled energy into thin air. Jump, step, land, power vanishes with every motion, wasted into heat and vibration. Then, Festo's engineers watched a kangaroo and realized nature had already cracked the code 4 billion years ago. This 1-meter mechanical kangaroo doesn't just hop, it steals energy from the ground. When it lands, springs in its legs compress like a real kangaroo's Achilles tendon, capturing the impact force. Then it releases that stored power into the next jump, recycling momentum instead of burning through batteries. It's hopping autonomously across stages with a grace that shouldn't be possible in metal and carbon fiber. This is biomimicry at its most elegant. Nature's physics engine, reverse engineered into a machine that moves like evolution designed it. Watching it bound forward, efficient, powerful, almost alive, hits you with a single thought. Sometimes the best technology is just paying attention to what already works. Number 1. Spot a 70-pound metal dog walks into Chernobyl's radioactive wasteland, inspects gas leaks on offshore oil rigs, navigates collapsed buildings in disaster zones, and then goes viral dancing to the Rolling Stones with moves so smooth it looks almost alive. That's Spot, Boston Dynamics' quadruped robot, and it's the most agile machine ever built. This isn't a robot that just walks, it perceives. It has 360-degree vision, real-time environment mapping, and movement so fluid it genuinely looks like a living animal. Spot was designed to replace humans in DDD jobs, dull, dirty, and dangerous, and it's already doing all three. But what makes Spot number 1 isn't just its technical capabilities, it's the moment you see it move. Whether it's recovering from a kick, climbing stairs with eerie precision, or opening doors with its robotic arm, Spot makes you think one thing: the future is here. It's not coming. It's already walking among us, on 4 legs, with a camera for a face, doing the jobs no human should ever have to do.